everyone, and welcome back to Creative Times with Carm. I have Alita here again with me today, and we are going to be tie-dyeing shirts.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too. So let's get started. Okay, to start off with, we are going to need a bucket. Did I mention we're tie-dyeing with ice cubes? So with that being said, we're gonna need like kind of a grate thing. It's gonna be sitting over top of our bucket. And a white, preferably, piece of clothing of yours that you're going to do this on. So with our shirt, we are going to wet it first and then rinse out and like wring out all of the water. And then we will come back. Alright, so now that we have our shirt wet, we're just going to scrunch it up, and when you do this, make sure that it is in the center of the grate over the bin so you don't get anything outside of this workspace. Alright, so now that we have our shirt all scrunched up, it's time to deal with our dye. So I'm going to be using blue and green dye.
Ooh, I like those colors.
Thank you. With our food coloring, Alita, will you help me? We have a little bit of water in our water bottles. This is the dye that we're going to be using to color our shirt. So do it until it's the color that you guys want. And you think good. Now remember, it will look darker in the bottle than it does on the shirt. So do a couple drops more than you would when you think it's the color you want. So we are going to do that. Lita, will you put some blue in that one?
I would love to.
And I am going to put some green in this. And then I'm also going to add some drops of blue because I don't want it to be fully green, just a little. Alright, we have our colors. I don't know if you can see it,
Kind of hard to see.
but it's like a bluey green and a blue.
You'll definitely see it on the shirt though.
Yes, you will. So we're going to put on our lids. And right before we did this, we kind of stuck a pin into our lids to create some holes. These, we're gonna like squeeze bottle them onto our shirts. But first, before we do that, we're gonna put ice on our shirts. And that sounds so weird.
Ice? Why ice?
Yeah, so I was looking at a technique and they put ice on. Shall we start? And it kind of makes it seep in kind of a different pattern almost.
Ooh.
As the ice melts, some will be more diluted and create a lighter color. Oops. So that is why we are putting ice on top. If it will stick to my shirt, it's not really wanting to.
It's being a little difficult.
Yeah, I'd say so. Come on! Sure, we will say that's good.
Looks like a big ice cream.
I'm so cold. Alright, now that we have our ice on, we're just gonna squirt our dye wherever we want it. So I'm gonna squirt some right there.
Ooh, that's a pretty green.
Thank you. And you wanna make sure you're getting this into the bucket below.
Yeah. Try and contain all of it.
Yes, and not your surroundings. Okay, now that we have our colors on it, we're just gonna wait for the ice to all melt. And once it's done melting, we will go from there. Okay, so now that the ice has melted, we are going to, with gloves on, safety first, put our shirt into a sealed bag for a couple of hours. This allows the ink and dyes to set in. You're gonna want it to sit for quite some time. I'd say no less than 3 hours. So unfortunately, it was a little bit too windy to hear us speaking, but basically, Alita is preparing getting her shirt ready and putting on the ice and getting the dyes all ready to go. She is using red, purple, and some blues. She felt that this represented the word royalty and all that means. And I thought that was a super neat idea, and that's the theme for her shirt. Okay, so we just finished, well, Alita just finished putting the dye on hers, and you can kind of see it right over there.
We put it in the sun to help it out a little bit.
Yeah, to see if it will melt a little faster.
Yes.
And then we will also, once hers is done, there goes one of our bottles. Once hers is done, we will put that in a Ziploc bag as well. And make sure you use gloves so you don't get your hands dyed. Once your shirt is done sitting, you're just gonna wanna rinse it out until no more dye is seeping out of the shirt, and then you're going to put it into the wash and dry for just one cycle, and make sure you don't put this in with any other clothing, as there can still be some ink that comes out. Hey, we are back after waiting for it to wash and dry and all that jazz.
All the fun jazz right there.
Yeah, and see how they turned out. It's gotten still windy.
Yep.
It's about the same.
And colder.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this week's video with tie-dyeing.
I know I did.
Me
It was so
too. It was really fun and a learning experience.
Definitely. But I totally want to do it again.
Yeah, I agree. Always, if you want more color, do it again. And just add color on top.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed today, and I will see you later.
Bye.